What's going on, you bunch of heathens? Today we are back with another Yarnhub video. This is an older one, but it caught my interest, so here we are. It's called Rampaging Tiger of Villers-Bocage. I think I'm saying that right. Either way, seemed pretty good. It's linked down below, so make sure you guys go and check it out. Without further ado, let's jump in.
It's the early morning of June the 13th, 1944, in the French town of Villers-Bocage, south of Normandy.
Some
Civilians
French
line
way
the
to say
town
it.
streets, celebrating the arrival of the British soldiers. They hail them as liberators, gifting the rank-and-file men fresh produce in gratitude. It's a welcoming and uplifting sight. But little do the people know, the soldiers are performing a flanking maneuver behind enemy lines. The town is far from safe. Just outside the town, hidden in the bushes lining the many fields, a beast stalks its prey. A tiger tank of the 2nd Company of the 101st SS Heavy Panzer Battalion.
I do need these on.
Standing atop its cupola is the most decorated German Panzer ace in history, Lieutenant Michael Wittmann. If you want to experience and recreate the action.
And this is the ad, so we're going to skip the ad because it's 3 years old. And yeah, you can definitely see the difference in animation quality over 3 years, which
Wittmann
great for them.
At the
looks
line
dope.
Of British armor and infantry, half-tracks, Cromwells, Fireflies, and towed artillery, all moving up the highway. They're taking position at a hill just beyond the town. Their advance had caught him completely
Counting on the fingers
and thoroughly unprepared. His 15-tank company is down to 12 tanks, and they've had so many mechanical problems, only 2 are ready for immediate combat. But Wittmann feels his hands are tied. The British must have already seen him, and if they haven't, it's but a matter of time. Weighing his options, he retreats inside the Tiger's turret and makes a very simple...
Oh, so that's an original Tiger too. That's the H1 variant. Literally, want to know the only reason, or at least that's what they modeled here. Do you know the only reason why I know that? Is due to War Thunder. The H1, the main difference between the two, the H1 and the E, is the H1 has a bigger cupola. And so in the E variant, they shortened it so that way you wouldn't be, they shortened it.
Order.
It's like the main difference, I think.
The Tiger roars to life, bursting out of the bushes and racing towards the British forces. By sheer chance, an NCO in a half-track witnesses the pouncing Tiger and shouts over the radio, "For Christ's sake, get a move on! There's a Tiger running alongside us 50 yards away!"
That's a scary thought.
The Tiger crashes into the scene, emerging onto the highway behind the station troops. Wittmann's machine turns its turret and immediately fires upon a parked Cromwell tank, destroying it with a single devastating hit from its mighty gun. The British panic and run every which way. A Sherman Firefly starts to turn towards Wittmann. It's the only machine present capable of posing a danger to the German heavy tank. But it's facing...
Not necessarily. I'm pretty sure a Cromwell could take out a Tiger in a direct side shot. It's just maneuvering at that point. At least I'm pretty sure Cromwell could.
The completely wrong way. Wittmann's expert loader is quicker than that vehicle can ever hope to turn. A muzzle flash lights up the highway, and the 88mm shell pierces the side of the Firefly. In the blink of an eye, it's reduced to a piece of flaming scrap, blocking the highway.
Ah, shit.
The second operational Tiger arrives mere moments later from the opposite end of the hill, spreading further panic. The British forces are in total disarray as this new adversary opens up on the field of parked war machines. Meanwhile, Wittmann decides to take the fight into town, leaving the hill to his ally. The Tiger turns away from the ongoing battle and drives down the road towards Villers-Bocage. Half-tracks line the road, abandoned by their crews the moment the battle started. Wittmann systematically destroys them.
Wait a second. Do I know? I think, is this the story I'm thinking of? I think this is the story that I think Laserpig talked about in one of his videos. Let me check really quick. I'm pretty sure Laserpig has done a video on this exact battle, and because of how they were treated after the war and everything, this more than likely isn't what actually happened. Where is it? Because it was a really interesting video. It's just one of those videos that I turn on in the background. Where is it? Where is it? I think it's in his video of In Defense of the Crusader tank. Let me check really quick. Actually, no. I found it finally. I was wrong. It wasn't his Crusader tank one. It was the Myth of Whitman that he talks about it. Yeah, there it is. That's the video. If you want a really good and fairly hilarious, humorous, I would say, video breakdown on this battle that goes into, I'm assuming, a lot more depth than they do. This is an 12-minute long video, if that. Laserpig's is 52 minutes. I'd say check him out. It's a good video.
The Tiger unleashing devastation with machine gun and high explosive shells, leaving behind a column of flames and mangled debris. Barreling down now towards the town, he sees 3 Mark V Stuart tanks.
And also, if I remember correctly, like the actual battle, it wouldn't be like this. It was more along lines of large hedgerows, I want to say, which is why, and it was super narrow, which is a big reason why they couldn't like turn around or see him.
Blocking his path.
I think.
To his surprise, they don't run, and instead, the lead Stuart turns to block the road, as the rest fire at Wittmann with shells from their tiny guns.
Hey man,
They
aim for the
bounce off
tracks.
Wittmann and his crew without any effect. In response, the Tiger crew fires at the lead Stuart without hesitation, swiftly destroying it.
Yeah, but he's
The Tiger's
blocked the
sights
road.
then turn to the left Stuart, and it too is dealt with in a single brutal shot from the
Yeah, it's
mighty
a fucking
88.
Stuart.
The
Yeah,
ensuing explosion fires little tank's turret sky high.
maybe try to
Third
track him.
And last fares much the same. The Tiger then rams
If you were
the
even
blocking
able
Stuart
to.
off the road and carries his rampage into town. He sees a half track and swiftly takes it out with a high explosive shell. Immediately upon entering, he spots a Cromwell backing away between the houses to the left. Wittmann gives the command, and the gunner fires at it from point-blank range. They keep moving, and a second Cromwell is spotted up ahead. It fires, and its 75mm shell ricochets off the German armor with a deafening clang. Desperate, the crew of the Cromwell fire a smoke canister, but it flies past overhead as the unstoppable Tiger turns its 88mm weapon upon them. In a flash, the Tiger shoots the Cromwell, piercing it with ease and setting off a fire. Somehow, the crew members survive the impact and hastily stagger out of the machine. Wittmann
Smart.
orders to fire the machine gun upon the survivors, who are taking cover behind their wrecked machine. Third Cromwell, commanded by Captain Pat Dias, quickly flees the scene. His gunner hadn't returned when the chaos broke, so he's unable to fire, so he orders his tank into a farm's garden and takes cover behind a barn. Wittmann's Tiger rolls past his position, miraculously failing to spot him. As soon as it rolls past, Dias's gunner emerges from his cover and rejoins the crew. Now, fully operational, Dias and his crew bravely give chase. Meanwhile, Wittmann comes across 2 observation post tanks parked on the side of the road, an unarmed Sherman and yet another Cromwell. He swiftly destroys them both and keeps moving down the road when a Sherman Firefly peeks around the corner at the end of the town. It fires, and the Firefly's shell slams against the armor of the Tiger. Somehow, it doesn't pierce, and the Tiger crew desperately attempt to turn the vehicle's heavy turret. The Firefly
main thing I gotta wonder, because they said he took out what, a Firefly, a couple Cromwells already, a line of supposedly a line of half tracks, 3 Stuarts, 2 more Cromwells, and another Sherman, and he's about to fire again. How much ammo were they carrying in this thing?
Fires 3 more times, but none managed to penetrate. The Tiger fires in haste, and it too misses its mark. It strikes the side of the building, and the entire corner collapses down onto the Firefly below. Aware now of how far he's gone, Wittmann decides
God damn,
it's time to get
is
out
that
of there.
fucking
He
necessary?
orders the tank around, and they retreat back from where they came. At the same time, Dias is coming down the road with his Cromwell, believing he's about to surprise the Tiger from behind. But his hopes turn to horror when through the heavy smoke of the burning machine.
Because Laser Pig actually shows the actual video footage of the actual town that it was in, and it hadn't changed since World War II. Really, it isn't just open like this. Like, he's showing this as very open. In reality, it was actually fairly closed off with a bunch of hedges.
He sees the Tiger emerge, staring straight towards him. Dias orders, "Shoot!" and the gunner fires at the enemy head on, but the Cromwell stands no chance.
That was some
The shell
wonky
ricochets,
animation.
and the Tiger rolls ominously to a halt. Dias's crew manage to fire one more time, but it's just as useless. The Tiger returns fire. Its shell goes straight through the Cromwell's turret, killing the gunner and loader. Dias, on the opposite side of the turret, miraculously survives and hurriedly crawls out of the machine along with the driver. Wittmann then orders his tank off the road, hoping to avoid any further encounters and retreat for once. They burst through the fences as they make their way behind the home. Back at the highway, a British anti-tank crew runs out of cover. They scour the line of wrecked half-tracks and find one of the towed anti-tank weapons that is still serviceable. They aim it towards the town, waiting for the German war machine to return. Believing that he'd already bypassed any survivors, Wittmann orders his tank back onto the highway to rejoin his squadron up at the hill, inadvertently wandering right into the crosshairs of the British. In a display of incredible discipline, the gunners don't fire right away, and they take a handful of seconds.
What happened to the other Tiger then? So he said it was there was a second Tiger on the highway too.
Carefully aim for the tracks. In a flash, the 6-pounder shell flies across the road and slams straight into the Tiger's sprocket wheel, immobilizing it.
Yeah,
the
smart.
Crew of the anti-tank gun instantly bolt for cover as the Tiger's turret starts to turn.
Yeah, smart
Inside,
thing to do.
Wittmann and his crew feel a bang and then a sudden stop as their running gear comes undone. They hurriedly scan the area for the enemy, but they're long gone. Wittmann stays in place for 20 long minutes, turning the turret around and firing at anything that seems to move. But now he knows the situation is untenable, and he orders the crew to bail out.
Let's get out of here.
They jump out of their tank to no resistance, only surrounded by the distant sounds of battle taking place in the hill ahead. Altogether, the crew flee into the countryside. The battle would drag on for a whole day, with the British forces surrounded on the hill, facing the brunt of it. More German units joined the fray, including one led by Wittmann himself. The British attempted in vain to relieve the hill. They fought valiantly, performing much better once reorganized, but their position behind enemy lines and the initial surprise attack left them vulnerable. In the end, the Allied forces would retreat back to their proper lines, and the surviving soldiers on the hill were taken prisoner. Michael Wittmann would be promoted to Hauptsturmführer and awarded swords to his Knight's Cross. The tale would be exaggerated by the German propaganda.
Yes,
machine,
extremely.
And he became a household name. We tried to pull together a narrative for these events that have been drawn from several sources, but many accounts conflict. No doubt, there are errors in our film today.
Oh, there's plenty. And it doesn't surprise me. The German propaganda machine didn't really even stop technically after the war, with how many officers who went on to write their own books and shit. Like, I want to say Rommel had one, or books about him at least, like glorifying them. Rommel did. Whitman, I think, wrote his own book. Like plenty of shit like that, exaggerating the whole myth behind everything.
If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and please watch more videos of ours. Thank you.
Yeah, I would say yet again, check out Laserpig's video. He did a really good, like, full breakdown on it. Like, really good. I would definitely say check him out for his. This video is linked down below. Make sure you guys go and check it out. Give it some love. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya.